what's good, son? Come on, G. Great performance. Salute, salute, salute 3 times for you, man. All the belts, greatness. What you do is greatness. But, this is your man Thurman, bro. You know we go back. You know we go way back, boy. And I promise you, son, my face, it won't look like that. Why, Keith? Why? Because my feet ain't flat. You know I can stick and move, boy. You know I can double pump fake just like you. Thurman different. Been different, boy. This is my last boxing talk for the day, man. That hype week, fight week, got all the views, baby. You got all the views. Let's go. I'm proud of you, boy. But one thing you ain't seen in this life yet, and that's your man right here. Keith one-time Thurman. Talk to Al. Send the contract. It's time to eat. I'm hungry, baby. I'm hungry, baby. It's time to eat. I'm in the gym working for you. Let's go.
And there you have it. Keith one-time Thurman calls out Terence Bud Crawford for all the marbles because Terence has them all. And let me counterpunch. 2 things come to mind when I think of Keith Thurman calling out Terence Bud Crawford now. One is he's broke. He says, I'm starving. I want to eat. Yes, he wants money. He needs money. There's no Terence, or should I say Errol Spence problem no more, because Terence Crawford took care of the Errol Spence problem. Because that was the fight that I believe Al Heyman really wanted to project onto Errol Spence, as a part of the PBC Island lineup. Okay, those were the fighters, the stable. And now that that's gone, Keith Thurman knows that, hey, I have to fight somebody. Since Terence Crawford's fighting on a PBC card, this isn't a ESPN PBC card, this is a PBC card, he needs to put his bid in. Jermell Charlo's fighting Canelo, so I think Thurman is doing exactly what he should be doing. If he wants a fight and he wants to cash out, because this is what it is. He's got beat by the great Manny Pacquiao, and now it's time for him to cash out and try for all the marbles. Why not? He says that he's not the same as Errol Spence. He's not. Okay? He doesn't have flat feet, like he did mention. He can stick and move. Double jab, pump fake. Those type of things that Keith Thurman is good at doing, or was, because we haven't seen him since Mario Barrios, right? So I think that this is exactly what he should be doing. But let me remind you all about Keith one-time Thurman. Keith, that's my boy and everything. That's my boy. But one thing about Keith Thurman, he was one of the fighters on the PBC stable that disrespected Terence Crawford even when he was the WBO champion. Even when he was that, he wasn't respected as a champion at welterweight. Keith Thurman said it himself, I don't respect Terence Crawford as a welterweight. He's not a welterweight to me. He's not a real welterweight to me. Okay, you guys do remember that. Now, lately, he has said before the fight, like, hey, he's filling in nicely. But those boys are getting paid. He really didn't hate lately, but he was hating back in the day. And I think Keith Thurman adds to that pot, or that circle of people that were hating on Terence Crawford, to give them, or to build them, the animosity that they did. And Terence Crawford took it out on Sean Porter and Errol Spence, to be fair. Okay? See, Sean Porter was a good guy. He's that good guy PBC dude. Or was, or whatever. But Errol Spence wasn't. He represented that bad guy, man down, strap season. So was Keith Thurman. Right? One-time Thurman. Right? And now Keith is calling him out. If Terence Crawford wanted to, he could fight whoever he wanted. And would I like to fight? Hell yeah, I would like to fight. Why? Because that's another PBC guy that's available for him that was refused or rejected or was not allowed back in the day for him to fight. But of course, Keith Thurman pretty much does what he wants to do, because of course he ran from Errol Spence, or avoided Errol Spence, right, for a long time. And then they never fought anyway. But Terence Crawford and Errol Spence did. However, though, I would like to see the fight because styles make fights yet again, people. And since they make fights, don't expect that type of ass beating you took. Someone's gonna get their ass whooped, right? I think Terence can beat Keith Thurman. I always thought he could, but then Keith Thurman has a totally different style. But it shows you that once that seal gets open and you take down the main guy, all these guys want to fall in line. And that's what's happening right now because everybody needs to eat. We know about what's going on over there with the PBC, and those guys are hungry. And this is evidence of that. Keith Thurman calling out Terence Crawford. Sign the contract, please. I'm getting ready for you. Let's go. I promise you, we go back in the day. Let's get it on. Man, it sounds like a challenge, and I think Terence Crawford is up for all challenges, but we'll see what Terence or how Terence responds to Keith one-time Thurman. You guys tell me what you think of Thurman calling out Crawford, the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace!